I didn't know where to tie in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I must have got some pretty good.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. So you want to get, you want to get as close as you can. I see. I see how you are.
I don't know, when I can't breathe, I drop it down.
Yeah.
I just signed.
I'll get it.
But these are the most comfortable ones.
Hold on.
Your goal is 80.
Huh?
Your goal is 80.
You've had major health issues, that's when you really need to stay away. And he was fired up and ready to come, and then all of a sudden he texted me and said, due to circumstances, and I thought he was talking about Springfield being sold.
Hello, hi, Eddie.
No, I've lived in next to all these years. Yeah, I've lived next to City. I met my wife in Springfield and had a teacher's deal. And would you believe I wound up being a teacher? Nobody would have ever thought that.
Yeah, I've been in some driving class.
Was you? Yep.
Good, the bad,
You were big whenever we were in
Maybe our spouses are the same age.
Yeah, the more people come in.
Good golly. Church kids and messed around. They were last week. Really? Get over it. It's nice. Okay, the old church is gone. That's right there.
You have, I don't know, a bevy of pictures. Got it. But on Facebook, I just have. Thank
Last time he was here, said I'll be here next year, just 10 years ago.
No, not really, but we'll leave him in there.
We never thought about that. Bring him a camera.
Sir.
night in September the 24th and 25th, the school was going to have the all-school alumni get-together. But as of right now, she doesn't know if they're going to have it or not. They've already hired a band for Saturday night, and that's when our class would be honored that day or that evening for 60 years, gang. 60. Anyway, I was told that they were going to put a covering on the gym floor and put tables on the floor and have chairs set up and some kind of like finger foods, hors d'oeuvres or sirs. That's him over there in the striped shirt. That's Jerry. He's the picture taker. Yeah. And he thinks he's got everybody tonight for today, so they light in. Vernon, what do you want?
Well, make sure that you get, you're gonna try to contact everybody then? Or, how's it?
15. Oh. Okay, Patty came yesterday to help Mary Helen and I get ready for today. And I gave Patty a job. I gave her a peeler, do you know what that is? And I gave her this long cucumber. And so she's over there working on this cucumber, and I thought there wasn't going to be any left. I'm not kidding you. She didn't know how to use my job away. I fired her and I took it.
Congratulations, good.
I don't use potato peeler, that's part. No, she doesn't use one, she said. Well, anyway, I had one peeled before she could get that one out of my ground over there. John, she cut them up then. She cut them up into the.
Like she's smart.
No, she got a harder job, I thought.
I'm not psychic, but I recently talked to one of our faculty.
Yeah? Oh, I know who that is.
It meant quite a bit to me, because I learned a
Right,
lot.
right.
Coach Harding's 88 years old.
Who?
He's, Coach Harding's 88 years old.
I stand up, Holmes.
Huh?
Stand up.
The
So
people
I
that have
thought-
hearing aids came here.
Coach Harding's 88 years old. Just to give you a little background, we've been friends for years, and he, I don't know, 40, 50 years ago, I don't know how long ago it was, he had cancer, and he lost a kidney. So he's been with one kidney all his life. He's got about every joint he can get replaced, I think. But anyway, he got a report. I talked to him the other day, and he got a report. He's got a spot on his liver, he's got a spot on his kidney, and he said, hey, I'm not doing any chemo. At 88, why? Well, that chemo good. So anyway, and like I said, he's been quite a bit.
I knew he had, yeah.
Where does he live?
Was he your coach? Was he your?
I had to stand up.
Go.
End of my junior year, coach come to me and said, T, you gotta get your grades up. Now, I wasn't failing, but I was, I just slowed down, my Levi's and, the ducktail with the middle separated there. My homework was dairy cattle. That was my homework. I never took a book home a day in my life. So, and he said, I think you need to get in English 4. He said, that may help you in college. So, okay, I did everything he told me because I wanted, wanted to please him. So, I go to English 4 the first day. I look in that room, and here's a lady that looks like she's been drunk for 3 weeks. She had rings under her eyes, and I mean, she could stare through any of this building. Did anybody remember Mrs. Booth? I'll tell you what, she didn't have to call anybody down. I slid down as far as I could in the middle of the room, because remember, we read these weird freaking stories. And what did it tell you? I couldn't even read the story, let alone tell her, and I was afraid she'd call on me. But anyway, I never would look at her when I walked in the room. As I remember, she never stood out in the hall, or I think she just sat in her chair and glared at you when you came in. Now, I think she liked girls better than she did the boys. But anyway, no? Hey, wasn't she a single lady all her life?
So serious, don't be honey.
Except when his hands stuck in her heart on a red collar.
Okay.
That's what I know. She had
I'll finish real quick. I thought, you know, the first day when I decided to, you know, I was going to get, since I was an athlete, I had a PE degree and I was going to coach for a while, teach a while, and I thought, you know, I kind of thought, how can I make kids behave? And I thought of Mrs. Bree. I thought, you gotta have fear, man. You gotta have fear. And I mean, that's the only teacher I ever feared, or I wouldn't have crossed her for nothing. But anyway, to finish the story, we graduated. Was the school picnic in the fall of the year when we had it at the old gym? Wasn't that the fall of the year? The school carnival. School carnival. Fall of the year. Okay, I guess I'd gone on to SMS and come on back. I drove around with the gym. I was here a little early, just wanted to bring back some memories. And the old building, you know, the door you went into, and then you went into that old gym, that last door into the high school. Well, I opened that door, and who's taking tickets? Dang, I went, oh my God. Shit, I'll shake my you know, my bill, I'll be shaking. You know what? I walked up there, and she said, oh, how are you doing? How are you? You know, I thought either Jesus laid his hand on her. So that's my story. I
have a question for Holmes.
Uh-oh.
I want to know why you were called Hot Lips in school.
Rest his soul, I had no clue that night for the 30th. That was the 30th reunion. He said, what Hot Lips stand? I never heard anybody mention Hot Lips to me. I mean, if you all had it, I never knew it. I had no clue. I mean, I'm sitting there, and old John leans over and smiles, and everybody's looking at me, and I guess what the story was, I planted it on somebody just before practice, and Hardy was in the opening there in between the quarter. He said, it's time to practice, Hot Lips. But no, I never knew anything about it. I really didn't. I
heard you were caught kissing.
That's what I did. I planted a kiss on somebody. That's
Oh,
what
you
they called
remember
me.
who?
Yeah, I'd rather not say.
Are they here?
And a reporter report and talk. So I goes to her and I said, hey, I can do the report, no problem. I can't talk before you did my basketball. She looked at me like that. I said, could I do it after school? Well, yeah. Of course, everybody did, but she let me do it. And so that was, I remember that. And he was talking about her there, some older guys, Gary Van Busker.
Yeah.
He called her one night, a bunch of these guys sitting around talking about her, and he called her. And she answered his phone, and he said, what are you doing, hon? She said, I'm grading papers. Oh, would you like to go out Saturday night? No, I'm busy. And by the way, Gary, I'm grading your papers.
Now that is, note she has to sit in alphabetical order, and every time you go in, she does tell you where to sit. I was privileged to get to sit. My name starts with a T, and there's only one other T besides me, and the S's are before that. So I sat between Sally Thomas and you.
Hey, you were the one I was sliding down. I was trying to get my head under something.
Sharon Snyder. You probably don't remember that. At that time, I was very, very bashful, and I hated that class because I had to sit between them two girls.
I was scared of Miss Booth, but she was a wonderful teacher. But I was scared of her, and he said, we sat in alphabetical order, and I sat, Billy Pointer was right in front of me. And you know how she made us memorize this stuff, and we'd have to get up and quote it in front of everybody, and I hated to do that. But Billy would get up right in front of me, and I was already nervous, and he would be dramatic. I mean, he did this, and I would get tickled. I was so nervous. And then then it was my turn to get up, and there I was. Besides being scared, I was giggling. So anyway, that's my story. Billy Pointer, I always think of him.
I figured out it was Mike Pitts making that comment. When I was in the 8th grade at Lewisburg, our boys came to Buffalo to play ball. And so our coach put in Evelyn Marsh, who isn't here today, and me. And we took the ball away from Gary Kendall, Mike Pitts. And they have never forgotten.
Hey, they didn't pay any attention to the ball, they were looking at something else. That story is, they got
No.
pictures of that.
Oh, he has never forgotten that. Neither.
So he said, well, I'm gonna take the boys out, and said, you're gonna play the whole game, you'll be glad.
I'm gonna tell you a story about this. I hope it's not TMI for some of you, but in the locker room, of course, after practice and after the games, I think it was after practice, we were showering. And back then, all we had for sore legs and stuff like that, we didn't have trainers, you know, anything. We had cranial-gesic. That was the number one thing. You remember that?
I heard it, yeah.
But you put it on, and I mean, it warm you up. Well, I made the mistake of bending over one time, and Leland Pope took some cranial-gesic and lit me up. And try to get rid of it. That's the problem. I needed a power vac, and there wasn't any around. But he was always doing stuff like that. Everything was good until the lights went off and the mothers came around with a flashlight. Remember that? You're too close.
We had those chaperones
Yeah, well,
for a
that was
reason.
fun.
For a reason. Those were pretty good
That was
days.
the money hop time, wasn't it? Didn't the girls do money hop? It
We
was
did that.
Dick
and
Clark.
we got in trouble for the twist, you know, when some of those coming around, we got in trouble because it was a little too risky.
How many attended Teen Town?
I didn't go every time.
No,
Yeah.
but, well, there were a few of us that went to Teen Town.
They had
I figured when he hit the brakes, stopped there, he was at the ticket office. I can't see. So I just took my hand, I shoved on that little thing, and shot him through that drive-in. And that old lady hollered at him. Well, I took him around the drive-in 3 times, and when he got through, my hand was just bloody where he stomped on the track. But, anyway, she was gonna call the sheriff. So she said, I'll give you a break. We got out of that. Then we decided to sneak in. And what we do, we up here are taking tickets for somebody, and after they took the tickets, they'd go around behind the car and bring our tickets to us. We'd hold them up, okay? That was a memory there.